Hello everyone, this is Gary with your cards of the day, and today I've chosen to do a very simple 3-card reading using a very traditional style of tarot decks, and all 3 of these decks have a basis in the Rider-Waite Coleman-Smith deck. So the ones that I'm using today are the Universal Waite, which is a recolouring of the Rider-Waite by Mary Hanson Roberts. I'm using the Sharman Caselli Tarot by Juliet Sharman Burke and Giovanni Caselli. And I'm also using the Robin Wood Tarot, which is a slightly more pagan or perhaps Wiccan reworking of the Rider-Waite. And our first card for today is the 5 of Swords, which isn't necessarily the happiest of cards to see, but the feeling that I get from this card very much is the clouds in the sky clearing. So it feels like we've been very embattled and we've had a lot of arguments, a lot of stress, but as the figure is looking backwards, I get the feeling very strongly that this is all stuff that we're putting in the past, and we're sort of getting over it and healing from it now. We have the green of the tunic suggesting to me that we are trying to heal from these past encounters, put them behind us and move on, essentially. And in order to do that, we need to, in a sense, put these things away, put them in the past, put them behind us, and concentrate on ourselves and healing ourselves in the here and now. Now, our second card for today is the 3 of Swords, and again, this is not a particularly happy card to see in a lot of ways, because the usual association with this particular card is regret. In a sense, it's decisions that have been made or actions that have been taken that we get to a point now of feeling regretful of having done. But very strongly, as I look at this card, what I see is a light around the heart in the centre of the card, which rather suggests to me that we are looking at repairing any damage that the recent events may have caused. And I say recent events, I mean this can have been happening over a period of time. It doesn't mean necessarily the last couple of days, because sometimes the kind of damage to the heart that I'm feeling from this card can take perhaps even months to accumulate, maybe even years to accumulate. So whatever it is in the past that you're looking back on sorrowfully or regretfully, you need to put aside and really concentrate on repairing and healing your heart in the here and now, and use whatever means you need to use in order to achieve that. And as I look at the card, I'm actually being drawn to the clouds and the doves. They look a little bit like doves to me at the bottom here, which suggests a kind of, in some ways, a spiritual approach might help in terms of almost being philosophical about things that have gone on and enabling you to move on from them. And our final card for today is the 5 of Wands, which yet again is quite an embattled kind of card. It's a frustrating card, really. The frustration is very much the essence that comes out here for me, because you may feel that there are things you want to get on with, but because of having to deal with these issues from the past, you're not really able to do that as successfully as you would like today. But again, as I look at this card, the way these wands cross is almost forming into a pentacle for me personally. And again, that suggests a spiritual approach. It suggests an approach of, yes, you will be able to move on when you are whole, complete, and not dogged by these issues from the past. So it's a little bit of being stuck at the moment, but working in progress to try to get yourself into a position of being able to move forward, perhaps a little later. So if we look at these cards together, they make quite an interesting read, because looking just directly at them, they look quite bleak in a way, because you have, if in terms of keywords, you have defeat, regret and frustration. However, in two of the cases we're looking back at previous events. Here we're looking at problems and arguments and difficulties that we need to put a lid on, put them in the past. Things that have already happened, there's nothing we can do about them, we have to forget them and put them away. Here we're healing hurts, we're healing that regret and that sorrow, and we're looking for a way to make our hearts whole again. And then here again we are a little frustrated because we can't move forward as we would like, but there is this element of, once we put these things away, this blockage will then shift. So I hope you've enjoyed these cards of the day and this frankly rather straightforward look at the energies around us. Please feel free to leave me some comments and let me know how these themes interact with your day today, and how you're dealing with past issues that you have to put behind you. Please also feel free to check out my website, www.theseerscave.webs.com, for more information about myself, my tools, and the readings that I offer. I want to wish everyone a really happy, restorative, healing, and blessed day today. And love, light, blessings, and frith to you all.